This is all about Minecraft. Whether you're a total beginner to the game or a long-term player with years of experience, I'm going to take you on a journey from the very beginnings right through to the end, literally. I hope this crafting manual in Minecraft will help you with taking your game up to the next level. So let's start at the very beginning. This is the Minecraft Crafting Manual. And at the very beginning, you're not even in a world, so we better rewind all the way back to the very beginning. And that's right here on the starting screen. If it's Bedrock you're playing, it'll look like this. Now, I'm going to assume that this is your first ever world and you are playing on your own. You're going to click on single player. We'll talk about what multiplayer and realms are in a future video. Single player, and that takes you through to the world generation screen. Now let's make your world. Across the top, you've got 3 tabs: game, world, and more. If you click on world, there's a load of stuff that's really confusing if you've never ever seen it. Generate structures just means it creates all the villages and the buildings, that kind of thing. You definitely want that on. If you're playing proper survival, turn bonus chest off. It's defaulted to off. If you switch it on, you get a little chest at the start of your world. That means you've got a few things, but proper survival, you keep that off. You've also got the opportunity to put in a seed. A seed is the recipe for your Minecraft world, and there are quintillions of possible combinations. It shows where different biomes and places to live are, where caves, etc. are, and you can select a specific seed for you that suits your playstyle. But for now, as a beginner, I'm going to assume that you're going to go for a random seed. I've actually got a video on how to select seeds on my channel. I'll link it down in the description. But let's get ourselves a random seed to play our world in. Again, just for now, we're going to keep the world type at default, although you can change that. I'll show you that again in a future video. Your more tab here is where you can get rules of the game, experimental features, which I would absolutely ignore for now, and data packs, which you don't need to worry about at the moment either. Let's go back to the game tab. You have the opportunity here to change your game mode: survival, hardcore, which is where you only have one life and is very scary, creative, where you can just build with all the blocks you could ever need, and then back to survival again. You've also got different levels of difficulty in survival. You have got hard level, which means that the mobs and the monsters are just a little bit more difficult to kill and they hit you a little bit harder. Peaceful, you've got no monsters. Easy, it's an absolute doddle. Don't play this unless you're really scared. And then normal. Most players start on normal. Although most survival players do end up in hard mode because there's a lot of functionality in hard mode that you don't get in normal mode. But that's later on in the game. For now, you feel free to just go into normal. You can also give your world a name. So if you've got multiple worlds, you know which one is which. We're going to give this one the name The Crafting Manual. And I think we are ready to create our new world. We just have to click this button right here, create a new world, and it starts to generate all that terrain. The percentage goes up slower when you first do your world. And this is where you land. You can see the sun is already going up, and this is your first opportunity to take a look around. Right now, your world is generating around you. So many blocks out in every direction. You can see the bits popping up all the way around. We'll go and investigate all of those in just a minute, but right now we've got to get our game started. Our objectives for today are really simple. Number 1, create a new world. Well, we've already done that, so that's a brilliant start. Number 2, get some resources. Number 3, craft a bed and some tools. And then number 4, survive the first night. We better get on with it. Now, the challenge we've got is that sun is slowly rising in the sky above that village, which might be useful a little bit later. It's going to travel across the sky and then set over there. That will be nighttime. It's going to take about 10 minutes, which doesn't give us a lot of time to do what we've got to do. Now, you may have heard the first thing in Minecraft that you do is crack a tree with your knuckles. You have crazy strong knuckles in Minecraft. You can punch down a tree. So just keep hitting it with your left mouse button. Keep smacking that tree until you've entirely taken it down. Please, I implore you, and I really mean this, as does every other Minecraft player in the world. Do not leave any of this log, because this tree has to die. You can't leave little tree UFOs in the sky. It will annoy everybody that you know. Once you've got that first tree, you can do your first ever craft. Press E. This will bring up your crafting menu. You can see we've also picked up a few leaves. That's not a lot of use to us at the moment. Put all of your logs into your crafting menu and pressing Shift, you can then click on those oak planks once, or without pressing Shift, you can just get one lot of oak planks. I want them all for speed. I'm pressing Shift and getting them all in. I'm then going to put 1, oak plank in each of those 4 squares to give myself a crafting table. I can then put my crafting table on the ground by pressing the right mouse button and then press the right mouse button again to interface with it. That gives me the opportunity to have this 3x3 square. I'm going to place 2 of those oak planks in that formation. It could be that side, could be that side. As long as you've got 2, one on top of each other, you can get some sticks. I'm going to hit my left mouse button once, twice, and that gives me all of those sticks. I can then put those sticks there, and I do that by putting the first lot of sticks in the bottom, right clicking to pick up half of them, and then putting the second slot in the middle, and then put 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. Using my right mouse button, I can then craft myself a wooden axe. You can see the shape of it is very axey. I can left click that, put it in my inventory, and then press E again, and it comes right out. I now have an axe, and that is going to allow me to chop down trees a lot quicker. And just to prove it, I'm going to come around and I'm going to show you that this tree chops down quicker than when I'm doing it with my fist, which makes sense, doesn't it? Because it's an axe. Now do this for maybe 3 or 4 trees. I have now got 15 of those logs, and the sun is pretty high in the sky. That's a little bit scary. So what we're now going to do is we're going to see if we can progress ourselves to the stone age, because wooden tools are a little bit rubbish. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do 3 across the top. Again, left mouse button to place those planks, and I'm going to get a wooden pickaxe. Left click on that pickaxe, and that allows me to put it into my hotbar. I can move from one thing in my hotbar. That's if I press the number 1, that's number 2, that's number 3, that's number 4, that's number 5, that's number 6, 7, 8, and 9. So I can quickly move through and get the thing that I want. I'm then going to take off my crafting table as well, and I'm going to see if I can find some open cave or some open stone. And I think we've got some right over here. That's really useful, because what we want is this stone here. Using our wooden pickaxe, we're going to get ourselves a little bit of stone. You'll notice when it chops out, it turns into cobblestone. You can tell by the texture, it's cobblestone. And I'm just going to dig myself out a little bit more cobblestone. You want 11 pieces. That is 10, and that is 11. Now what that is going to do is allow me to place down my crafting table right there. I'm then going to put in my sticks again, and I'm going to put in 1, 2, and 3 for a stone pickaxe, which lasts longer and cooks through a lot quicker. I'm then going to lose my sticks, and I'm going to make myself having 1 of these cobblestones in each square except for the central one, and that is going to give me a furnace. I'm going to take that furnace out because I'm going to be using that in just a moment. We are about to need some light, and as a result, I need to make torches. Just a quick message, if you're enjoying the video, please do consider liking it. It helps out a ton. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to have you in the sub club. Let's get back to it. I can take this opportunity now to take a little look around. As I've chopped down these trees, you can see the leaves are starting to degrade. You can speed it up by hitting them yourself, but it will do it all on its own if you just leave it. And I can see here, because I've done a few trees, I've also got an apple. That's going to be really important for food in just a little while. I've got a lot of these little baby trees as well. We'll plant those up in just a bit. But what I want to try and do is I want to try and find myself some food in animal form. This is not a vegan game, although you can play it in a vegan way if you want. It's just a lot easier if you crack on and get straight onto carnivorism. Now, I could kill these cows, and if I did, I would get steak, and that's great. It's a really good source of food, but I'd really like some sheep for a second reason. I want wool. I have not got a lot of help on the sheep department. I've got cows, I've even got a few pigs over here, but I haven't got any sheep, which means I haven't got any wool, which means I can't make a bed. Wait, there's a sheep over there. There is only one, which is a problem. Oh no, there's a second one there. I need to jump, and as I come down, I want to hit the sheep. Now, you can just hit them without jumping, but they don't die straight away. You'll notice I'm using my axe. Until you get to iron, the axe is a much better weapon than the sword, which is why I've not even made myself a sword yet. I need to find myself another white sheep. It's all very good having this black one, but I want a white one. There it is. It's just spawned behind me. I'm going to come and I'm going to hit this one time, jump, and oh, I hit the grass, jump, and I get another wool. You can see I've now got 3 wool. That is perfect. That's exactly what I want. You can see the sun is already threatening to go behind that mountain, but this was the direction I came in. So let's find ourselves a little cave. And if you can't find one, you can obviously make yourself one by digging out a little bit more stone. So this is what I'm going to do. This is going to be your temporary base. And by temporary, I mean really temporary. It could be just for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nights maximum. You just want to get yourself safe from some of the monsters that are going to come out and try and get you in the nighttime. Minecraft nighttime, right at the start of the game, is not something you want to play with too hard. So I'm just going to dig myself out a few of these stone. It's going to give me some resources. I'm using the left mouse button here to attack. Anything time you want to attack something, whether it's an animal, a mob, or a piece of stone or something, you use the left mouse button. If you want to activate something like a crafting table or a furnace, you use the right mouse button. I'll be back when I've done a little bit more of this cave. So I've given myself a little bit of space here, and it's already starting to get a little bit darker. So I'm going to place, using the left mouse button, because that's what you do to place blocks, of my cobblestone. I'm going to place a few there, another one there, another one there, another one there, and another one there. That is going to give me a little opening. I can then come and grab back my crafting table, and we're going to come inside our little opening and place our crafting table down. Pick it up with my left button, place it down with my left button. That picks up the thing that's in there. Put that back into your inventory again with your left button. Right click to put that bit down, and I'm then going to right click on the table, and I'm going to use this to create a door. Now a door is really important at this point because you don't want anything to come into your makeshift home. So I'm going to make a door. Again, I'll show you by doing those 6 blocks there, and that gives you 3 doors. You can then, using the right mouse button, place yourself down a door right there. It is currently very dark, but we can fix that. I'm going to right click above the crafting table and place down my furnace. Again, right click again on the furnace, and what I can do is I can place oak logs in here. Just 1 oak log. I can then get these sticks that I've got, and I can place the sticks in the bottom one. Sticks are made out of wood. Anything made out of wood will burn, and that will allow you to smelt up these oak logs and to create something really, really important: charcoal. I'm going to take that charcoal by pressing left and putting it in my inventory box. I'm then going to right click on my crafting table, put that charcoal into the center, except I've now run out of sticks because I just burnt them. So I'm going to put 2 there, grab my sticks out and place a charcoal in the middle. So stick on the bottom, charcoal at the top, and that gives me 4 torches. Take those torches out of your crafting table, and I can place my torch above my door. That is going to light up my area up to 14 blocks away in every direction from where I've placed the torch. And that makes my house a bit safer because you can see outside it is now night time. So I'm going to stay inside for a minute because I don't want to die. Outside, there are nasty monsters and horribles that we're not going to talk about at the minute that really want to eat your face. And you don't want that. You want to survive the first night. That was, after all, our objective. So our inventory now looks like we've got some bits and pieces in it. We've got a wooden pickaxe, we've got a wooden axe, we've got a stone pickaxe, we've got some wool, we've got some wood, we've got some cobblestone, we've even got some mutton there that is raw, and we've got an apple as well. So we're all right for food for the moment. You'll notice my hunger bars, the ones down on the right hand side just above my hotbar, where I've lost 4 haunches of food. That is not something I want. So I'm going to press 8 to highlight my apple, and I'm going to right click. That is going to let me eat that apple, and you'll notice some of those haunches were returned. That has upped my hunger bar, but I've not replaced them all. I need to cook that mutton. Now I've got a couple of choices. I could make myself a little bit more charcoal. That would work. I could definitely make mutton there. So if I get that one started like that, put that there, use 2 sticks because that's what I need to be able to cook one of those oak logs. By the way, you can also find coal. There's just none of it around, and put it straight into the furnace. And then I can take that charcoal and put it in here and cook up that raw mutton. However, that will consume my charcoal. So my other choice is to come into my crafting table, right click it and place 1, 2, 3 logs across the bottom, get 3 sticks, put 1, 2, 3 sticks there, and then get that charcoal and put it right in the middle. That makes me a campfire. If I then take that campfire and I place the campfire down in the corner of my room like that, I can get my mutton by pressing the 9 button, and I can place right click 1, 2, 3 and 4 bits of mutton on that campfire. That will then cook that mutton up for me. It takes a little bit of time, but the mutton will become cooked because it's a campfire. You cook stuff on a campfire, right? When it is completely cooked, that mutton will pop off of the campfire and allow me to collect it, and it will be lovely and cooked and ready to eat. And the beautiful part of that is that that campfire never needs more fuel. It will keep burning forever unless you want to put it out. And if you want to put it out, you can just light it again. You never need more fuel. And you can see I have now got 4 cooked mutton. And if I now left click whilst holding the mutton, that's going to allow me to eat that. My haunches are completely full now. I've got 0 hunger and I've still got 3 mutton left. So let's do a quick objective check. We have got our resources now. We've got wood, we've got stone, we've got some other bits and pieces. We've not yet made all of our tools and we haven't yet survived the whole of the first night. So let's get cracking on with that. I want to make all stone tools. We've already got a pickaxe, so we don't need to do that. What I now want to do is make myself a stone shovel. So I'm going to get 1 cobblestone at the top, left click that into the box. You can see it's like a shovel shape. I'm going to take that. Thank you very much. I need some more sticks. So I'm going to use these planks. Holding down my left mouse button, I'm going to sweep across those 2 boxes. That evenly spreads them out across the 2 boxes, and pressing shift, I'm going to take all these sticks out again. I'm then going to place 1 stick there and 1 stick there with my right mouse button. I'm going to make myself a stone axe. It's the same recipe as the wooden axe before, except we've used stone in a stone axe shape. That stone axe is going to come down and I'm going to place them into my hotbar. The only thing we've not got now is a stone sword. But I mentioned before, axes are better than swords until you get iron. So I'm not going to bother with that. I could also make a stone hoe, which is 2 bits of cobblestone and 2 sticks. That makes a hoe there, but I'm not going to bother with that just yet because I'm not planting any seeds. We'll save that for another episode. So that's tools done. I just need to make a bed now. To make a bed, it couldn't be easier. I need some more planks, so I'm going to place these oak logs into my crafting grid, and I'm going to press shift and hit with my left button and take out all of those oak planks. So I've got plenty now. I'm going to place 1 in the bottom left, 1 in the middle, 1 in the bottom right using my right mouse button, and I'm going to take my 3 walls. I'm going to put 1 there, 1 there and 1 there. So that is a layer of wool above a layer of wood, which makes sense for that to be a bed. I have now crafted my bed and I can then place that down. Now the thing about a bed is it's 2 blocks long. So if I try and put it on this block here, it won't let me. I have to be 2 blocks away with the bottom block there being the one I've placed my bed. That's our first 3 objectives done. We've started a world. We've gathered resources. We've crafted tools and a bed. The only thing to do now is survive the first night. And guess what? If we come outside, it's daytime. We've actually managed to get all the way through the first night, and now if we look around, there might be some resources on the floor. If I look over here, I can see a bone and an arrow that have been dropped by a very friendly skeleton that died in the sunlight. Mobs, or most of them, don't like the sun, so they burn to a crisp. I'll show you that in a future episode. But that is 2 free arrows and a couple of free bones. Thank you very much. So let's just check through our objectives. We have started a new world. We have managed to gather resources. We have managed to make tools, and we've crafted a bed. Plus, we have managed to survive the first night. Objectives achieved. And that means we've managed to do everything I said we would do in this first episode of the Crafting Manual. Next episode, we're going to focus on the next steps. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have, let me know in the comments below. Did I do something different to you? Maybe you're a seasoned Minecraft player and you're listening and thinking, what on earth is this guy doing? He hasn't got hope in hell of surviving another day. Please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Also, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit like and consider subscribing for the next episode, which is coming really soon. And I will look forward to seeing you then. You take it easy now. Bye.